Should have rolled a J. What it do? What it do?
What's up, my guy?
How you doing, family?
Good to see you again. Good to see y'all too. Welcome to another episode of No Tutorial, No Cheat Code. Man, I'm enjoying this weather.
It's beautiful.
This good lighting we got here today. This
Proper
good
breeze.
ambiance. This good breeze. And shout out to y'all because we got a lot of viewers this week, a lot of new subscribers. And I say a lot like we balling, but we went from 6 to 13, and that's beautiful.
You talking about almost doubling? Don't do that.
Yeah.
My old self kicking in.
Yeah.
You talking about doubling?
I say that with pride though, but I'm most grateful because I can tell when y'all watching because y'all say, "Oh, where y'all was at? Oh, I need to do more like that."
Mm-hmm.
So we out here today because we listen to y'all, and we super grateful and appreciative of just a little bit of feedback.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do a post before we got here.
How you doing, man?
How you doing? I wanted to do a post before we got here and see like if we could ask people like what should we talk about today
Or the location.
or the location. So
That's cool. That's for the next.
For the next, like drop in the comments right now when you watching. Where should we shoot next, outside wise, and what are some topics that you want us to speak on? All right, so today I think we should talk about something a little bit deeper than the surface. And what are the pressures you facing as a man and a dad in your 30s?
Oof. Things that I'm facing, talking about Sudan, just breaking childish ways, what we deem as childish or young, because we deem ourselves as not saying I'm not young, but excuse me, I'm approaching deeper in my manhood, deeper in my journey.
Yeah.
So certain things should be cut, certain things shouldn't be as an importance, certain things should be, kind of curated at, approaching into my deeper 30s. So I feel like the pressures that we get are where we at. So if you're not the prototypical office job in a house, we get nervous about that. Maybe some people watching, if you're not married or you don't have kids, or, the pressures maybe of trying to fight back.
Yeah.
You want to hold financially, hold mentally, just trying to shake back. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we face a lot of pressure.
I think for me, and it's something we talk about in another pod, and probably often because it's such a prevalent issue and topic amongst not just myself, but amongst men in our age.
Yeah.
I think loyalty to my spouse is the hardest pressure I face as I evolve to a better version of myself.
Okay.
Because now, all of a sudden, I'm handsome, I'm wise, I'm peculiar, I'm something that you want to experience. So I find that oftentimes I have to not dim my light, because I don't ever try to do that, but I have to be mindful of how good I am and who I'm giving this goodness away to. And I'm not talking about myself like physically giving you anything, but my essence is pure. My mind is beautiful. My love is genuine. And because of that, I find that there's a lot of women that are not getting in that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that fulfillment in their life. And when they meet me, they like perk up like a deer in the headlights. Like, is that a good man? And this is not me being boastful. These are things that I encounter, and it's like, I heard this thing this brother said, and it's like, you can't just tell a woman you married. You gotta tell her you happily married.
Wow.
Because, and I'm happily married, I love you, babe. But the reason you gotta have that adjective is because simply just telling somebody your success, they think they can find a chink in that armor, or they think it's still a possible window because of the belief that they have about marriage in their life. That they think, my father married, he be cheating on my mother, so let me see what's up, this good man, he cool, you know what I'm saying? And I have to remind them, like, nah, like,
It's not
that's
that.
done. Like, I'm at the age now where I don't mind having female friends. So this is this topic. This is a challenging topic among certain people because they think you're not supposed to have friends of the opposite sex. But it's like, no, I genuinely want to be a friend. I genuinely want to be a brother. You know what I'm saying? We are all God's children at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So I don't want to ever just get to the point where it's like I'm misplacing myself. I'm putting myself in bad environments. I'm putting myself in bad situations. And like I said, the loyalty piece is a challenge because of others, not because of myself, I think.
Okay.
What you feel about that?
So I feel like that's important to your circle. When you hit a certain age, your circle is crazy, right? So I was telling my daughter, like, when I was in elementary school, I had 147 friends, and she laughing. She told me there was even 147 people in the class. I told her everybody loved me. When I was in middle school, I had 75 friends.
Yeah.
Some of the whole middle school grade, they loved me. She like, okay, but you kind of went down a little bit. I'm like, let me finish. You get to high school, I had 20. She's like, 20? That's way different than 70. I'm like,
yeah. 147.
Yeah, different than 147, but they was around though, baby girl. I'm lit, right? She's like, what is it now? I said, you. And she get to laughing. She's like, what you mean? I said, yep, just you. That's all I got. And she laughing, and I'm joking, but in a funny way, it's like, I guess we got to get comfortable in, not necessarily not being seen, but when you're young and you're in the scene and in the mix, you kind of equate that to status. You equate that to maybe an emotion. It makes you feel good. I threw parties, Josh, every Friday after football games, and y'all remember these things. Look at that, they going crazy. Wow, it's DC for you. Okay, you gonna let us talk now? I appreciate it for letting us talk.
We're back from a quick break.
Exactly. So anyway, threw parties on the Fridays, and people are available, right?
Yeah.
And it made me feel good because my mom was seeing her boyfriend, and I'm out and I'm doing the thing. Then the party slowed down. I'm like, oh, what a part? Because people doing stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the pressures of really realizing when to party, when to rest, when to speak, when to shut the hell up, when to assert yourself, when to exit. All those things is the pressures of in your 30s. You try to really grow, bro. You try to really, really grow.
Yeah, the social pressure, it's really sad.
Yeah.
Because we've gotten away from ourselves as a black society, as a black people. You know, I can remember, well, I can't remember, but of how our grandparents talk about it, or even how some of the old movies depict the times, we were much more classy.
Way
at
more.
a time.
Outfit, style, verbiage.
Yeah, like we were much more honorable. We were much more noble, and I don't know what it's gonna take for us to get back to that, but I try to do that. Even just amongst us sometimes, where it's like we going through things, and I gotta reel the homie back in and let them know, like, hey, remember you're a king first though, or remember you built for this adversity, or never let this moment define your strength. You know what I'm saying? You're so much stronger than your weakest moment. You know, that's to you and that's to everybody.
Yeah. You tell me that a lot.
And I say that because it's okay for us to make mistakes, yes. But socially, we have to make correction cool again. We have to make the example of leadership, the example of love, the example of positivity cool again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was a beautiful time and for the light to hit.
Because you were speaking
You know
facts.
what I'm saying? Message. So, and I say that like, you as my homie, if you know me and you know the type of man I am, don't allow me to do something that you do just because you do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know.
Exactly.
We know when we doing something that's wrong.
Yeah, janky.
Unloyal.
He got no business doing.
Yeah, don't enable it just because that's what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what I can remember, there was a time with my big homie, You know what I'm saying? Heavily outside.
They trying to check our time too, cause we there.
All right, I'm gonna end with this.
Yeah, that's what they trying to do.
She's wildin', but okay. I'm gonna end with this. There was a time where my big homie, heavily outside, heavily doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? And me being impressionable at that young age, between 16 to 18, that's when you begin to have your hood turmoils,
Yeah.
your heartbreaks, your ego checks, your defining moments of becoming a man.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a moment where I felt as though I needed a gun. Brody said, nah, that ain't you. What you doing? Like, what's wrong with you? How you moving? Change up your path. Simple, like change it up.
Yeah.
Don't walk the same way, don't think the same way, don't be in the same places.
That's not you.
That's not you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a gun, I'm not giving you a gun. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? And it was okay.
That's what they don't get that now.
And that advice solely like shaped me as a young man.
Mm-hmm.
Like from that moment on, peer pressure meant nothing.
That's what I want. It's not what you want in me.
Yeah.
What you see in me. That's what I'm good at.
You know what I'm saying? And we have to get back to that where it's like, although you the biggest bank robber this side of Mississippi,
Exactly.
don't influence little old Johnny.
He got no business doing that. Yeah.
That boy wash everybody in the neighborhood car. That's what he good at.
Exactly.
Let him keep shining them tires
Mm-hmm.
and putting together his quarters and his nickels.
Mm-hmm.
And you be cool with that. Don't try to give him your quarters and your nickels. If you know, you know.
Exactly.
That ain't for everybody.
And tell him he can get dollars with it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think the biggest pressures that we face is the societal pressures that we put amongst each other. And I think we need to start shaping a new societal standard to lift each other up.
Good exit, brother. Oof. Cue the music.